everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Heroes of the Storm. In today's episode, we're going to try to play a little bit of Zarya, and we're going to do things a little bit differently. But today's team comps are going to be Anduin, Zarya, Johanna, Alarak, and Cassia versus Deckard, Cho'Gall, Nova, and Tassadar. Our whole two-lane map setup here is going to be pretty good for the Cho'Gall. So, what you're going to see us do with Zarya is try to be the most supporty support that we can possibly support onto our non-support teammates. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just going to give it to you now. I don't know how this character really works in this slot, but we're going to try to play her in a way that we can enable our Alarak to just do whatever he wants. So, that being said, it's not like Zarya does no damage. Ouch. Is that first blood? It was in fact first blood. Imagine being Johanna and dying first. That's probably not that out of the ordinary, right? Anyway, so Zarya, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know a thing or two about her. Her Q is going to fling some balls, they're going to do damage. Her W is going to shield her. Her E is going to shield other people. And her trait is just getting damage from her shields. When people attack her shields, it translates to energy for Zarya. The more energy she has, the more damage she do. There it is. You've learned Zarya. Welcome to the world. Now, when we're playing Zarya specifically on Braxis in a two-lane setup with a hyper carry like Alarak, it is much easier to enable that carry than it is to carry with Zarya. Zarya can do extreme amounts of damage, don't get me wrong, but she's not by any means going to kill people on her own. All of her damage is baked into her autos, which are ranged, but they're pretty short range for being ranged autos. Her Q, which is huge long range, but it's slow as fuck. It's a little bit tough to aim, and it's really not very reliable up close. So, all that aside, all of the rest of her kit is purely defensive. She's just all about putting shields on people. You can see the problem with killing people when half of your kit doesn't do damage. Anyway, what we're going to do to try and mitigate all that stuff is to put lots of damage into our Q ability, our particle grenade. Oh my god, please don't let me die to towers. Perfect. Made it, lived, perfect. Exactly what I planned on doing. But we're going to do that by using the quest at level 1, which is going to increase it's going to increase the recharge rate of our Q. And it is going to make once we hit 40 people, we'll hit people with our Q 40 times, it's going to increase the radius of our Q by 15%. And then at level 7, we're going to pick up the talent that lets us do more damage with our Q called Pinpoint Accuracy. So the level 1 quest talent and the level 7 damage talent are both, you have to have them. No matter what you're doing, when you're playing with Zarya, especially on a two-lane map, you have to have those talents, because that's where Zarya's damage is. You don't want to play her for her autos, because her autos are conditional, right? All of that damage is all based on the energy that you can generate with her, and if you're in auto range, you're taking all that damage anyway, and then you're putting yourself in extreme danger on top of that, so the trade-off is pretty poor. But when you're playing Zarya for her particle grenade, all of your damage can be done super safely. You can shield people anytime that they need. You can shield yourself pretty easily because the enemy team's always got to come into you rather than you walking towards them. So you can see where I'm going with this. Oh my god, we're being pretty efficient on our energy though. It is pretty well topped off in this game, which is nice. I mean, being high energy means we're doing high damage, means the enemy team can't really come onto the point, which is fantastic. It's really good. It's really good stuff. Oh, there we go. Finish the quest. That's out of the way. Thank God. At level 4, I did pick up Give Me 20. Now, what this is going to do... Nova's dead. Fuck yeah. Is when we get 20 globes, we are going to reduce the cooldown of our E. I think it is 3-second cooldown reduction? Nope, it's 2-second cooldown reduction. Barf. But it is going to increase the amount of damage that the shield can absorb by 300, which is pretty good, considering your personal shield always shields more than your shield ally. So the bigger the shield, the more it's going to help Alarak, the more it's going to help teammates in jeopardy. That's what we really want to do with this character. So that's going to build into the build later on, but as of right now, just keep that in the back of your head. We want the reduced cooldown, we want the bigger shield amount, any little bit that we can do to make that ability more usable. You can't really play Zarya as a damage dealer. She's going to deal damage, but she is, in her purest sense, she's a support. She's one of 5 supports in the game. Her kit is so split up between ideologies that you have to kind of figure out what you're going to do with her. So you're either going to enable a carry, or you are going to play her with a very specific game plan in mind, like a Sonic the Garrosh, or you know, different things in her kit enable different stuff. So you can enable tanks with her, you can enable carries with her, you can enable lots of different things, but she as a character does not do things on her own. She's never going to be that character that you pick and say, oh my god, Zarya, yes, I love that we have this character. This is how we win. Thank God. Somebody pulled him. Okay. But we're level 10 now. I am going to pick up Graviton Surge. What you are going to notice me do at the end of this game is pick up the upgrade for Graviton Surge as well. And when I am doing that, I am thinking we are going to silence people with the Graviton Surge, but we are also going to do what it did before they changed the ability. Before, what would happen is you would get a shitload of damage out of the ability. Oh, we got 2. We just got 2 like that. It would do a shitload of damage depending on the amount of energy that you had, and it would yank people in. So it doesn't do that at all anymore. And I really thought that they just kept that functionality and gave it a silence, which is really sad, because that was one of the coolest parts about playing Graviton Surge, in my opinion. Oh my god, he's so dead. I don't have a shield yet. I just got it off cooldown. Couldn't save him in time. I'm probably dead. Yep, looking pretty dead. Bummer. But Cassia did pop the Cho'Gall, so I don't know why our tank is up there, but, you know. To each their own. When Alarak dies, we're effectively useless. All of our damage is tied up in the particle grenade and our autos, so can only go so far. We don't have any movement skills. We don't have anything that's necessarily going to mitigate damage for us apart from our personal barrier, so there's just not much in the way of self-reliance that Zarya has. So Alarak has to be alive. We have to have him dealing damage to take the focus off of us as the Zarya player, and we've just got to enable him better, honestly. Ooh, are we going to get her? Bonk. Totally nailed it. Remember when I said Zarya couldn't chase earlier? Well, I'm full of shit. No, I'm not really. She can't actually chase, but okay, yeah, it's you didn't have to stand there forever, Joe. I mean, it's fine. We just blew Ando and ult for next to no reason. Look at that! Look at that! Flinging her Graviton Surge into the choke to get the Deckard Cain kill, and then Cassia dies to the top lane. I mean, she is up against the Cho'Gall. I guess it's fine. There's nothing that we could really stop about that, but here we are. Oh yes, Nova, give me all of your damage while my shield is up. Yes, yes. Now, Zarya is one of the, I don't want to say exception. Her 13 is again, it's a defensive tier. Oh my god! He died. I'm gonna give him the shield to get out of there. Fucking awesome. That's what we do. We enable our playmaker to make plays. But Zarya is no different with her level 13 tier. This is all defensive. Unstoppable competitor. It's going to make you unstoppable with your barrier. Endurance training is going to give you armor when you're at high energy. Pain is temporary. Is going to give you a backup shield when your personal barrier is all fucked up. Oh my god, I've been rooted. I'm probably dead here. Turns out my Anduin knows exactly where his D is, and I'm going to have all of it. All of it. All up inside me. It's good. It's good. Now he can't pull Alarak, though, which is unfortunate because he just got knocked out of his ult. Holy shit. I don't have a shield up yet. The cooldown reduction is not enough, even though we have 20 globes. We're not going to be able to save our carry. It's pretty sad stuff. Cassie is here, though, so we've got damage again. Cho'Gall looking pretty dead. Picking it up, Cassia taking the Alarak's job, doing everything that we need her to do. Joe actually going to take out the Nova. Fantastic as well. Can we... Nope, can't get Joe any closer there, but we do get some energy off of her damage with that shield. Now, what I was mentioning earlier about 13 is that you can make a choice here. Like, no matter where your Zarya is, whatever team comp, these talents are completely up to you. Spell Barrier I took specifically for the Gall damage, for the Nova damage, and for the Tassadar damage. I guess show damage hurts too, but Spell Barrier giving us 75% spell armor after the barrier dies is actually fucking nuts. So, it's very good. Pain is temporary is also very, very good as kind of a general ability, just giving you that secondary shield. And Unstoppable is, I mean, you know when you need Unstoppable, right? Like, that's pretty simple. Give Joe the shield, see if we can't get her in there. Pull the Cho'Gall in. And we're just going to whip out some damage on him. Our Q's doing about 560 damage. Really nuts stuff. Ugh. But anyway, so we've got Demolitions Expert at 1. We've got Pinpoint Accuracy at 7. That is where our damage goes. Oof. And that is going to inevitably be half of the build. Half of the build is your damage. The other half is going to be enabling your carry. Which, in this specific video, we are going to use Cleansing Shield. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why not just take Game Train to get double shields on people? Why wouldn't you pick that talent for more energy and more shields? Well, you know what, random viewer? I don't have to listen to you when I make stuff up. So, I picked Cleansing Shield. Cleansing Shield is actually, I didn't know that it reduces the cooldown of Shield Ally by 3 seconds. So, coupled with our Give Me 20 at, holy fuck, the game's just over, isn't it? Coupled with our Give Me 20, we're going to reduce the cooldown of Shield Ally by 5 whole seconds. It's a 12-second cooldown, so it's a 7-second cooldown effectively for us, which is fucking nutty. And being that we want to have Alarak and Cassia shielded pretty much all the time and remove all of that CC or any kind of detrimental effect from them, we just need to get it going as much as possible. Cassia's looking pretty dead, but I think she's going to make it out. I don't know if we can continue to stay here. No. I am dead. I am dead. My team has to make the decision. Do we end the game or do we just continue to die? Joe, I don't think you can get that kill, buddy. I don't think you can get that kill. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Anyway. So, obviously we died, but we are doing a pretty consistent amount of shielding. Let's see. Shielding amount. We're doing 18,000 shielding of other people, and we're doing 27,000 shielding of ourselves. So, the two of those together are going to equate for all of our, or are going to account for all of our energy gain, and the higher those numbers are, the better you're doing on this character. It's really good stuff. Not to mention, we're top damage on our team by a fucking wide margin. I mean, really. Are you guys even playing the game? Do you want me to just take over and sit in front of your computers for you too? Let's see what's going on up here. There we go. Now the camera's working. But anyway, there we go. Got her the cleansing shield. Gonna pull in Nova. We're level 18 at the moment, so we're a level ahead, but we're on the same talent tier, so everything about this fight isn't exactly the greatest. Should be able to kill that Tassadar. Nope, we're not close enough. Putting the shield on the Alarak so he can maybe go in. Cassia is going to die trying to chase the Tassadar. We did lose Johanna as well. Can we get out? I don't have another shield, buddy. Now I do, but you're dead. And, I wasn't really ready to shield you, so that's just how the cookie crumbles. Can you tell me? Ouch, 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 ouch. But anyway, so Cleansing Shield and Give Me 20, these two talents are going to synergize extremely well together. So if you're going to take this one at 4, I definitely recommend taking this one at 16. But you could also really take personal, I Am the Strongest for your personal barrier, for the increased shielding there. That's always a very good option if you don't necessarily have a battle plan for Zarya. Like if you don't know if you're going to be supporting a carry, or if you need to support a tank, or if you need to support a healer. There's lots of different things that you can support with Zarya, but building specifically to do one of them is very important, because you're never, ever going to be supporting yourself. Anyway, we could have also taken at 16... wait a minute. They got rid of it. Huh. Zarya used to have a talent at 16 that would slow people with her grenades. Yes, I got the kill. That was all me. Got a shield for him in a second. Yeah, there we go. Now he's going to get himself out of there. I think he's probably dead, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We have to switch from one carry to the other because one's more life. One has a better chance of surviving than the other. Or we could just kill everybody completely on our own and be the carry that we need. You know what I'm saying? Zarya is not a carry. Don't take that out of context. Now here we are at level 20. Graviton Surge duration by 1 second, and it silences heroes caught in its area. So it's going for 3.5 seconds, and everybody's silenced. It doesn't do damage though, and it didn't used to do damage until you got to level 20 and you picked up the talent. But now they've decided to do just the silence and increasing the duration, and I don't. Now that I know that specifically, I don't think this is worth it. I just really don't think that's worth it, because if you're building like you're supposed to be, Grenadier is going to be infinitely more value. Just super, really good. It's going to recharge all 4 of your grenades all at once, and you've already got the reduced cooldown from your demolitions expert here. So you want Grenadier. You want Grenadier to deal more damage. And then typically you don't really take Graviton Surge. Expulsion Zone is on the shorter cooldown. It actually does damage. It's better at holding points. It's better at stealing camps. It's better at, crushing chokes. It's just everything about Expulsion Zone in the choke points on a lot of these maps is going to be more valuable than Graviton Surge, because even though Graviton Surge sticks people together, your team still has to be the one to kill them because it doesn't deal any damage. Whereas Expulsion Zone knocks people back, does damage, and you can safely take points with it. You can safely block the paths of the enemy team coming through those chokes. You can just do lots more on a shorter cooldown with Expulsion Zone than you can with Graviton Surge, which is, if they really want to make Graviton Surge good, you just reduce the flight time and leave it where it is. It shouldn't take a full second for that ability to hit where it's supposed to go. You should just fling that shit and win the game. It's just that simple. That's how it works in, or at least that's how it worked in Overwatch when I played Zarya. You would just launch it and then whoop, everybody's dead. But yeah, there you have it. I know it was a little bit of scatterbrained video, but hopefully you got something out of that for Zarya. I think she's an extremely fun character, but she also requires that you play her quite a bit to know exactly how you need to support your team and your comp and how best to play her. So, that being said, I think your Q is the only way that you can deal damage reliably on this character, and I think otherwise you're going to be building the character for a very specific support style, whether it's a melee carry, it's a ranged carry, you need to support a tank, or you need to support the healer, you need to support in some way. But that's how it works. Hopefully you got something out of that video. I know there was quite a few moments that were totally wicked YouTube worthy, and I probably missed them. Anyway, oh wow. Okay. I mean, I like Surge of Light. I also like Fend, though, so I don't know if Cassia needs some number buffs. But this is a Zarya video, so there you have it. Demolitions Expert, give me 20, pinpoint accuracy, Graviton Surge, Spell Barrier, Cleansing Shield, and Gravity Kills for this specific instance. Just this game. This is exactly why I built this build. So, let me know what you think. If you have different builds for Zarya, for different maps, for different team comps, for different situations, feel free to give me a comment or a like or a subscribe, whatever you'd like to do YouTube-wise, and I will see you guys next time.